be a little bit different because I wanted to do more of like a makeup routine. I feel like I have gotten so many questions very recently, at least, of just like, what have I been doing? Where's my phone? I can't even focus for 5 seconds. As I was saying, I feel like I've gotten a lot of questions recently as to what my makeup routine has been. I feel like I've kind of really nailed down like what exactly I do that makes me look the best, makes my skin look the best, makes my makeup look the best, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna show you my full beat. First things first, I'm actually going to go wash my face because I want my skin to be super clear. Don't want any of that like sebum, oil, any of that, because then we're gonna load up a ton of products on top. So it's important to start with a good, clean, dry base to then make super dewy, if that makes any sense. So I'll be right back while I do that. Okay, I'm back. Let's get this big ol' light on. First things first, I'm going in with the Thayer's Mushroom Toner. This is like in a travel size because it doesn't fit in my shallow drawer. So I pour it into this bottle so it'll fit in my drawer. But that's what's in here. I've been using this product for about a year now, and I absolutely love using it as like a makeup prep base. Next, e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. Literally cannot stop buying these. I'm the person that loves to switch things up, so if I am constantly rebuying something, that's how you know that like this is the product that I want until the end of time. Like, I'm gonna give birth with this next to me. So that just goes right on top. Okay, well, my camera just fell, so. Tee-hee. Okay, next I'm going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. You already know. I haven't found another primer like this that I love more. So, e.l.f. Power Grip it is. I want this bitch literally everywhere. Also, I don't know if you can hear, but they're doing construction in my building right now, and it is extremely annoying for all involved. Okay, side note, I got this fan for Lala last year, but now I use it every day for makeup because I want this e.l.f. Power Grip to get real tacky, so we're gonna dry her down real nice. Okay, and then next up, obviously, like, I've got some acne marks. We all go through it. I've been a little stressed lately, so duh. I'm going with the NARS Pot Concealer and a little flat brush. And I'm just going to lay this down on all of my little marks. Boom. Okay, cute. And then honestly, I don't even really like blend, but I do tap it in nicely so that they're not like splotchy, obviously, but it doesn't need to be the greatest blending work since we're just gonna cover all of this with foundation anyways, so. Wonderful. Now we're starting to get into the nitty gritty, the thick of it. I'm gonna go ahead and wet my beauty blender. This has been my holy grail foundation as of late. It is the L'Oreal True Match. I do tend to use quite a bit of her. If you guys can hear the construction, then this entire video will never get posted. So really hoping that you can. I pushed this all the way up to my freaking hairline because we don't want any separation. Thought that was enough pumps? Never. It's never enough pumps. Get that chin and neck area, eyelids, everywhere. Okay, glorious. I think I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer, which is kind of terrifying because I look terrifying right now and we need to trust the process. But better, cute. Are you guys scared yet? I would be too. Now that that is all done, we're gonna go in with blush. I do cream blush before I do cream bronzer because if I flip them vice versa and do cream bronzer before cream blush, then they mix and you get a weird gray purple color. So that's just my preference. Morphe Cheek Thrills in Blind Date, duh. I don't know any other blush on the market except for this one. This one's great because I dip into their like shimmery one, the middle one, and then I also dip into the top one at the same time. So best of both worlds. Usually what I do is I'll apply my blush like right here, but lately I've been applying it right here. So there is a difference in your blush placement. Cute. Before you say like, okay, blush blindness, sister, this is all gonna get covered up with powder anyways. So this is where you kind of trust the process. And then I always do a little bit on my nose. Anyway, cute. Keep that out because we're gonna use the powder here in a minute. But now we're gonna go into our cream bronzer. I'm using the Too Faced Melting Stick. I go up literally the smallest amount and then I dot her everywhere because the pigment in her is crazy. I feel like when I dot it, it's easier for me to blend. Then what I do is I actually bring her up under the brow bone because we're gonna melt her in a minute. Nose and underneath too, that's important. Let's blend this mess in. So when I'm blending, I don't do like side to side or up and down. I literally do like a paw, as you can see, or I dab it in a little bit. But point being, you don't want to like drag the cream products across your skin like this. That's how you get streaks and not a blend. I feel like it sounds like I kind of know what I'm doing, and I really don't. I do try to work right up into my hairline because my scalp is white because she's never seen the light of day. And even into like the brow kind of area as well. This is a fluffy ass brush for a nose contour, but I just do like the side like that, if you can even see. So this part. Wonderful, gorgeous, fantastic. Okay, this is the part where I start to kind of look like a human again. Going in with my Morphe powder. This construction is really gonna piss me off. Of course, taking a triangle little powder puff. We're packing this bitch under the eye. We're getting her there, all right? Beautiful. A little bit on the chin and a little bit in the middle of the eyebrows. Okay, fluffy brush. The rest of the powder, we're dusting everywhere. Now, not too much, but I just want to like help seal in all of those cream products we used. Last step is to really go and blend in all of that powder under my eyes as well. So I don't want to bake because that's how I get creases, but I do want it to sit and start to kind of brighten. And then of course, down onto the neck and even on the ears. Yeah, we're looking airbrushed. Okay, now this part's a little fucking weird, but bear with me. I take a Q-tip, I get it wet. I need to start seeing my features again. So I clean off my lips and the other end of my Q-tip, I take and I just kind of brush through my brows a little bit. I praise the girls who can do their brows like first. I can't. It drives me nuts. So this is my alternative. So just by like cleaning it off like that, that helps me to kind of see what I'm doing next. Now we're gonna start going in with all of our powder products. So back to our blush. Again, same blush as I used before, exactly where I applied it earlier. Boom, cute. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy bronzer brush. I also, fun fact, this is what my sweats look like every time I do my makeup. There's just patches of brown powder there. Morphe Cheek Thrills bronzer. These, I think by the time you're watching this, these already came out, but at the time of filming this, these haven't come out yet. Literally, we're just dusting this everywhere. Not much of a rhyme or a reason or method to the madness. Just madness, of course. I know what you're thinking. We're not done. Why do you have Morphe Life Proof setting spray out? I do setting spray before I do the rest of my face because this is the base. You know, setting spray is not going to really help like your lips, your brows, your mascara. So that's why I do setting spray at this point. I feel like it melts everything a lot better. That's why I do it now. Bringing my handy fan back so I can dry her down. What are you doing tomorrow night? Probably not seeing you. That's the truth. I still do the highlighter hack that every girl was doing back in 2016. I wet my highlighter brush with water. Yep. That's it. That's the secret. I don't care. I have never been a fan of the soft highlight. This is one of my favorite highlights on the planet by IBY in the shade Wanderlust. As you can see, she's like beat to shit, but I dip her and I want this product caked on my brush. Don't care. And then I just dab her onto my nose. Right in that center. Again, never dragging. Never drag your brush. Of course, inner highlight as well. Boom. Okay, next is brows. NYX Tame and Frame. Every spoolie that I have is like this. Well, this one has shit in it, so not like this. But I take my spoolies and I always bend them to look like this. Because this like tip part is gonna help me do the front of my brow, and then this back part will do the tail of my brow. I don't start at directly the front, and I don't start at like the end. I start right here. Because this, I want to be the darkest out of everything. Then I brush to the tail, get up in there. Then I bring everything back to the front because I don't want the most product in the front. So why would I start there? I'm going in with Benefit's Brow Pen, and this is gonna help me fill in like brush strokes. This is gonna help me fill in and like get those fine line hair like details. Boom. Love. So now the brows still look natural, but like definitely more defined, definitely more shape. Home stretch, everyone, home stretch. We're doing great. Stila liquid eyeshadow in Marvelous Matte. It's Marvelous Matte. All right, girl. This I have found brings out my, like the green eyes like no other product. So I take a little bit like that and then a fluffy brush and then I blend like crazy. This needs to get a little closer. You're gonna see I spend a lot of time on eyes because it's probably my favorite frickin' part of makeup ever. Here I go wiping my brushes on my pants again. Taking like a tinier fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Cover from the Naked 2 Basics palette and right on over. This is also like a mauvey purple shade, so it helps to really bring it out. Cute, cute. Wipe your makeup brushes, ladies, on your pants, please. This is another weird part of the routine, but stick with me. This is a brown lip liner, and I use it as an eyeliner. I literally line her up in this outer corner and flick it out and up to give me a wing. Then I take an angled flat brush and I blend, because I don't want a harsh wing. All right, I want the illusion of a wing. I'm gonna do everything over on this side. I'll be right back. Just to the other eye. Lash curler. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. If you know, you know. I used to never believe in eyelash curlers until I bought this one. Okay, my mirror closer. My lashes are scary. Okay, the e.l.f. Lash and Roll goes first. This is going to rub up on your lash line. You want the curl to be at the base of your lashes. And this mascara does a really good job at curling. Get it right under there and then back and forth as you draw up. Again, this mascara is only for the base. We're not worried about the rest of our lashes at this moment. Okay, once you have a nice roll going, you're gonna go to your Morphe mascara. This is for the rest of your lashes. This mascara is for volume and lengthening. So that's why it doesn't matter about going super close to your lash line. And then I take the Kylie Cosmetics Wisp Lash. This one goes on my bottom lashes. I try not to touch my waterline with this. I do go back and forth and just lightly get her on there. See the difference? I know I'm doing it right if I'm itching my lash line with this wand. Shit feels so good. Now we get to do lips. Statue Beauty Lip Stain. That is drying and I look insane. We're gonna go in with hairline powder. If you have dark hair, then you know all of our hard work earlier of making sure we are working our product into our hairline now needs to get somewhat reversed by this black powder. By this point, our lip liner should be done. Now remember our Q-tips from earlier. We're bringing her back. I wet one end and then I blend all of this in. See the difference between the top and bottom? My favorite gloss is the Buxom Plumping Polish in Dolly. Gonna go in with one final spritz of setting spray. Costume change. I have a work event tonight, so obviously that's why I did my makeup. Still need to do my hair, but this is the full makeup look. So yeah, I think that's everything for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my How to Cake Your Face Like a Pro Kylie edition. I'm gonna go do my hair, go to work, and yeah, I think that's everything. If you're new here, I try to upload videos a couple times a month, once a week, sometimes whenever I feel like it. How about that? I will see you whenever I decide to post next.